All right, hey, this is Charles
Kleibold
of Nemesis Imperium, and this is us doing a video because we have no music for you to hear for another couple weeks.
And now you're never going to come back and listen to it.
Yeah, this is pretty much us. We're breaking up the band. This is pretty much what we're doing.
This is it.
Yeah. For me, well, we tune in B. Pretty much, that's it. There's nothing else. In fact, we're doing Dark. We're just playing the same Dark Eden songs. We're just changing the names and playing them in B.
And we got rid of the crack addicts.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Well, yeah. Actually, we do tune in B, but actually, I think there's a big difference between Nemesis and Dark Eden. For one. I think this band is a lot more pronounced in its metal influences, which is odd because I think there's a lot less Slayer influence in this one.
This is more, it's like, somehow like a cross between doom metal and punk.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, but I guess Dark Eden was more of a like...
It's just weird.
It was like, yeah, there was all sorts of different shit. But, and also, the biggest thing for me is that it's a collaboration this time. Well, obviously, I won't sing anyone else's lyrics, so, no one, his love poems will not be.
I actually wrote all the pan flute parts.
Yes.
All that stuff.
Yeah, but no, we've actually been writing together, and that's a big deal to me.
It's been a lot. It's weird. It's he would always encourage me to write parts for Dark Eden songs, and it was always like kind of hard to do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like lately things have just been coming out a lot better, and it's a lot different than Dark Eden, but it's definitely like a continuation, not to sound so
yeah, I mean,
like profound about things. But.
Yeah, I think if you liked Dark Eden, you'll probably find a lot to like about this band. At the same time, it's said there are differences. We're probably a lot less gothy than Dark Eden was. We're more, and it's weird. It's like weirder arrangements, but it's more primitive, I think. At least that's, from what you and I have come up with so far.
Yeah, and I mean, who knows what it's really going to sound like once, there's a whole band together and everyone's bringing their own little thing to it, and we have keyboard parts for everything and all that stuff.
Yeah. I mean, and the other thing is lyrically it's different because it's not... Dark Eden got very political like the last album, and this is more... it's more personal and more spiritual to me. When I say spiritual, I don't mean it's like, I'm fucking holding up crystals and shit like that, but it's more, it's a lot of like the personal things that I feel... which allows me to go into a lot of darker territory lyrically, Unfortunately, I still can't bring myself to write any songs where I yell about Satan, so, as much as I love doing that, I mean, I envy Venom. I mean, I would love to be able to sing a song like fucking Die Hard or something where I could just, fucking, rant about our Lord and, in infernal whatever, but I'd feel stupid doing it, so. But yeah, as far as how we're actually going to be releasing stuff, we're doing something a little bit different from what a lot of bands do, and that we're not going to be recording albums. Because nobody buys albums anymore, I mean, think about it. When was the last album you bought? Most of the time when people hear... When you tell people about a band, it used to be that, because I'm old, I don't know if you remember these days, but when someone, told you, hey, you got to check this band out, and they give you like a fucking cassette tape with like 9 million songs. And
it's all about mixtapes. That's how you got introduced to
and then it became CDs. And now it's, now it's like if someone tells you to check out a band, you go to YouTube.
Yeah, it's not even like Napster anymore. Or whatever. It's just not just YouTube. You don't even have to download it.
Yeah, exactly. You go onto YouTube, and if you want to download it, if you want to have the song on your iPod or whatever the kids are using these days, you just download it. Nobody buys any albums, and it's kind of a waste to hook yourself up to a record company, they own all your material, they own your image, they own the band name, they own everything about you.
They own your ass.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, well, that could be a good thing, depending on
who the record company executive is.
Exactly, you know, because I don't know.
I don't know, like, David Geffen, I would totally go for that.
Me, Rick Rubin. Rick Rubin, dude, the beard.
Turn the lights out.
Yeah,
and then
you could just
it's just like the chick from the 70s.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, like, you know, so with that in mind, what we're going to do is, you know, we figure since you're not going to pay for it anyway, we're not going to fucking lie and try to convince you to do otherwise. So what we're going to do is every Nemesis Imperium song is going to be available for free download on probably, you know, the website, wherever we set shit up, probably as many places as possible. In fact, we want people to make copies and give to their friends and hand out and kind of spread the word that way. You know, because that's the new thing. I mean, I don't see why bands don't, you know, take more advantage of the technology or whatever. I think at this point, I think signing up with a record company, especially the wrong record company, is kind of like strapping yourself to a brontosaurus like the day before the fucking meteor hits. You know, but seriously, man, it's a fucking dead industry.
Yeah.
And, you know, I mean, we aren't fucking Radiohead. We're not, you know, the woman whose name I shall not mention. You know, they're the ones actually selling albums. You know, bands just starting out aren't selling any, and it's ridiculous to think that, you know, that just because, you know, we're a new band, people are going to do that. There's a million new bands out there, so. We're going to do that, but one of the positives about that is it doesn't limit us anymore. We don't have, okay, these are our 10 songs that we have now for the next 5 years, you know, and, you know, that's all you're going to hear from us unless we put out an EP or something that we charge you extra for. See, the way this goes is if we come up with a new song, like a year from now, we can just put it out right away.
Yeah, the interesting thing about this, it's almost like... It's like a collection of short stories or something. It's like a short story compared to a novel, so we're basically going to be doing like a bunch of short stories.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I mean, I look at it as almost like we're not having albums, we're having eras, you know? And, you know, by that, I mean that, you know, this will be like the 10, 15, 20... Hell, we could have fucking 30, 40, 50... I don't think we're going to have 50 songs, but you know what I mean? You know, we can do that and just get it out there. We don't have to, you know, go through the process of approval. You know, we don't have anything that we happen to like that we think sounds good, we'll put out there. You know, and you'll be able to get it. You'll be able to get it for free, which is, you know, a good price. And, you know, hopefully that'll entice you to come to our shows. You know, I've said for a while that I look at albums as being like a commercial for a live show. You know? It's kind of like, here is what you can hear if you see that band live. As far as touring goes, of course, I wouldn't fucking be doing this shit if we weren't going to be playing shows. We
want everyone to come here.
Yeah.
to this place and see us.
Never mind, and I don't mean New York, I mean my apartment.
Exactly.
Yes, everyone has to come here, and you hang out in our living room.
We can only fit maybe 50 people in a night, so we're thinking something like 3 months in a row, 50 people a night.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but it'll be cool, because we'll, you know...
You can work out the logistics amongst yourselves.
Yeah, you'll you know, you have to work around the house, though. You have to clean up shit and, you know, and then get fucked. But,
and you have to take your shoes off when you come in, too.
Yeah. But, well, it's because I'm part Asian. But, yeah, no, obviously we plan on touring pretty extensively. You know, at first it's just going to be... on weekends, mostly up and down the East Coast, and then as things get further on and people like us more, we're going to be doing a lot more. Pretty much, you know, any place that didn't get a chance to see Dark Eden will get a chance to see us, and New York will probably, you know, I don't know. are there even any places to play in New York anymore? Who knows? So yeah, we'll be doing that. As far as what our set's gonna be like, I'm hoping that we can get some shit together where we can, you know, get the audience to pretty much kill each other. It'll be pretty fun, you know. Far as the influences for this band, as I said, it's a lot less. Dark Eden had a huge Slayer influence, and I don't really see that much in this. This is more Celtic Frost and Venom, and Gallhammer, and a lot of like the earlier black metal stuff when it still was kind of punky. And with a lot of punk influence, I'd say, as far as what I've been writing.
Yeah, the Celtic Frost thing. It's like every time I want to sit down and write a song, it's like I listen to Monotheist, and then it just inspires a lot of stuff. So inspires. I use the word inspires, not just like
So Tom Warrior doesn't sue us.
Don't sue us.
Yeah,
Tom, please.
But yeah, it's, as I said, it's a lot more primitive, and I have a bunch of ideas for stuff because I think in layers. I can like remember when I wrote White Magic Boy. Remember, it was like, oh, look, this simple song and shit, and then all of a sudden there's this fucking keyboard part that comes out of hell. Pretty much that's how it is. It's going to be a lot. There's also a kind of tribal influence in there.
The other thing I like, at least for me, I've been trying to write riffs that are, I don't know, I'm trying to think of how to describe it. Like, I think riffs that make for better songs rather than, wow, look what a great guitarist I am. I mean, I certainly shouldn't even be writing riffs like that to begin with, because I can't play them. But,
we are not children of Bodom.
No. But, I don't know, I try and, like, write riffs now that leave some room for vocals and leave some room for other things to be added into it, too, and not just, showing off.
Yeah, pretty much, the way we write is, one or both of us will come up with riffs, and then I'll kind of arrange it into a song, and then put lyrics over that and everything, because that's kind of the way we've been doing things, for a while, and, I think it works. Yeah. As far as playing Dark Eden songs live...
No!
You missed it. You fucking missed it.
You fucking douchebags had the fucking opportunity. It was a great experience back in the day, but you know what? You fucking missed it. Fuck you. It's over.
Yeah. But no, seriously though, we're gonna play some Dark Eden stuff. I know as a fan, when I first saw Danzig, I was kind of disappointed that he didn't play any Misfits or Sam Hain stuff. I saw him on the Lucifuge tour, just to put that out there. But it's but yeah, no, I was kind of disappointed that he didn't play any of that stuff. So we're gonna play some of it. I mean, it's not gonna be the majority of the set. We're gonna probably do one or two songs, maybe 2 or 3 at most. You could give us encores. Maybe we might do some more. Hint, hint. But otherwise, it's mostly gonna be Nemesis Imperium stuff. But yeah, no, I'm not like, we're not embarrassed by the Dark Eden stuff at all. We did some great work.
Yeah, and especially with the last album too, we didn't really get a chance to play that stuff too much live, and that's like the best stuff we did.
Yeah,
at least in my opinion.
Yeah, we totally... Jehovah's Sickness is so much of a better album than Rock Me Asmodeus. I know there's some people out there who have the opposite feeling, but, you're not in the band. So, I mean, you'll be hearing stuff. I mean, when we play places that never got a chance to see Dark Eden, we might do more songs than we normally would, just because it's like, well, the Midwest or, like, the West Coast never got a chance to hear, fucking... Rapture,
or even Florida. Florida were begging us to come down there for years,
Yeah.
So
I mean, those places will get to hear a little more Dark Eden than other places would. But otherwise, like the tri-state area and the East Coast or whatever, it's I mean, hey, we're still gonna play some stuff. We're gonna announce soon what songs we'll be doing. In fact, we're actually gonna re-record about 2 or 3 Dark Eden songs. We're not saying which ones right now. But we will do that. We're going to reveal that soon, probably in our next little update, because as I said, we're not going to actually do any demos until September 1st, I believe we're recording.
September 1st.
Yeah, so probably that weekend you'll be able to start hearing, Nemesis Imperium stuff, and we're excited for you to hear it. It's been some pretty cool shit, and probably I think it's the best shit we've ever written,
Yeah, it is, and the other good thing is that it just keeps coming right now. There's just every practice there's something new being written. So by the time that we actually play, God knows how many songs we're gonna have.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and that's one of the things that I always. And he can tell you about this, that I was always very big on in Dark Eden. I hate the idea of playing the same set every single night. So it was always good, at least for me, in Dark Eden, that we always were able to rotate the set around. I mean, there was some song, we couldn't do a show without playing 3 O'Clock God in Dark Eden or Rapture or Canterbury Orem towards the end, but besides those couple songs, everything else always was in flux. And I always thought that was kind of, it made it exciting for people to come see us, Yeah,
it sucks when you go to a concert, you're really into a band and they're playing a couple shows in the area, and then you go, travel 3 hours or whatever to, Hartford after you see them in New York, and then they play the exact same set, and it's just, you feel like you completely wasted your time.
Yeah, you're not going to see that with us.
But all I can say is that, since we probably will have 80 songs or something by the time we ever find a drummer, you should encourage all of your friends who play drums to join us or listen to us, and if they like us, and they want to be a part of something cool to, try out, because 80 Nemesis Imperium songs pretty much means no Dark Eden songs get played, so hurry up.
Yeah. Sales are limited. Thank you. Not you. Not God. God has already damned you by you work with me. But yeah, we God, we were God. I was
Seventh house. Yeah,
for the 7th house, Danzig. I can't imagine either of us are Danzig fans at all.
No.
I wouldn't. I don't know where you get that.
This is actually I got this because it's the Crystar Warrior skull. I don't know what this is all about.
But yeah, we met originally because Dark Eden were going to be part of a Danzig tribute CD, and this German girl who we knew on the 7th house was basically messaged him. And, told him to join or she'd kill him or something. I don't remember what she said.
Did we meet at the Danzig show?
We were at that Danzig show, but we didn't meet.
I saw you there.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah. Well, it's hard not.
You
to
had
see
you had the Predator hair.
Yeah, yeah. Because and then when we first met, I looked like a complete douchebag. It was pretty fun. I had remember I had the vinyl pants. It was the summer. Yeah. I'm wearing vinyl pants on. I have a shirt that's just not even buttoned.
Yes.
And I'm just kind of, walking around looking like an ass, and, it was pretty funny, but, we've been working together now for, almost 9 years or something. And, it's, we have pretty good chemistry together. Wow, we're so immature. But no, I mean, on stage, I think we have really good chemistry together, and we're friends. We talk about all sorts of shit all the time, and we pretty much like a lot of the same things, even though he has his, occasional questionable Bon Jovi thing, but we won't.
Bon Jovi thing?
Yes, you have fucking Living on a Prayer in your...
Well, there's a lot of bad things on my iPod. I mean, if you think that's the worst of it, I'm not even saying anything else at this point.
Yeah, well, hey, I have fucking Christ the Conqueror.
But you know what I don't have?
What?
I don't have Animalize yet.
Oh, well. Yeah, I'd have to fire you if you had a fucking complete collection of Kiss on there. But yeah, we met, that's how we met for Dark Eden, and we've been working together pretty much since then. I mean, on and off. He left Dark Eden for a few months and then came back, and, after our lovely crackhead incident.
That was fun.
Yeah, well, yeah, especially for me, because I was the one who fucking had to fight the goddamn crackhead. All the rest of you were just what the fuck's going on? And this fucking insane woman on fucking crack getting in my face.
If there's ever a Dark Eden video game, the crackhead's gonna be the first boss, maybe. But then it's gonna, or it's an it or a she.
It was, yeah.
It, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna progressively just come back throughout the game,